1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audiovisual, dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasions a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
All right, let's do the mic.
1, 2, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Monday, March 27th, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 131 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Friends, let's get right into today's libation. Today's libation is for Rufus C. Thomas Jr. Rufus Thomas, March 26, 1917 to December 15th, 2001. An American rhythm and blues, funk, soul, and blues singer, songwriter, dancer, DJ, and comic entertainer from Memphis, Tennessee. He recorded for several labels, including Chess Records and Sun Records in the 1950s, before becoming established in the 1960s and 1970s at Stax Records. He is best known for his novelty dance records, including Walking the Dog, Do the Funky Chicken, and Do the Push and Pull. Let's do this quote from Rufus Thomas. Ain't nothing but room up there. It's a big enough space up there for everybody. So why can't you share it with somebody? You got the chance now. Go ahead and share it with somebody else. Rufus Thomas. Let me read that quote again. Ain't nothing but room up there. It's a big enough space up there for everybody. So why can't you share it with somebody? You got the chance. Now go ahead and share it with somebody else. Rufus Thomas. I always enjoyed Rufus Thomas's performance at Wattstax. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you should. He struck me as a silly uncle having fun with his nieces and nephews. I got the impression that he was a warm person who just wanted everyone around him to have fun. As I researched him for this libation, it seems like that is exactly who he was. The people of Memphis talk warmly about how much he worked to make R&B and soul scene in his city thrive. He was not afraid of sharing the stage with anyone. He looked forward to it, just to make sure the young voices had a megaphone and new talent was nurtured. Rufus truly believed there was space for everyone, the same way that I do. Thank you for being such a crucial cog in the music wheel of Memphis. Let's pour libation for Rufus Thomas. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flames still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation is for one Mr. Rufus C. Thomas Jr. Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate that. Let's keep this moving. Friends, this weekend I had the pleasure of doing a new podcast that I do on Sundays and then I play clips of during the morning announcements. This Sunday, first guest was the host with the most, Mr. Drew Anderson, aka the Broke Baller, aka the lead professor at Crunk Academy. We had an amazing conversation. I'm going to be playing clips of it for you all week. I want you to go check out my Patreon page where you can see the entire interview. This is when I do interviews with educators and artists. We talk about the path that we've gotten to, and we talk about the art form. We talk about how we reach young people. My man Drew Anderson has a play coming up called Push the Button. So I am about to play for you the clips where he talks about the play and he does one of his spoof songs that he does and Push the Button. Friends, here is Drew Anderson.
Dealio is in the world of Push the Button, as I said previously, there's this town. We call it the town. The reason we call it the town is we didn't want it to be regionalized. We want to make the point that this could happen anywhere. All right. And the people are pretty simple. They take what's put in front of them. The most inquisitive person in town is a journalist, and nobody likes her because they view her as kind of a killjoy, busybody, just goody two shoes. You know, we're trying to enjoy ourselves. Why you got to ask questions? All right. Villain. And there's a reason we named everybody these obvious names like hero, villain, journalist, judge. we're giving archetypes. We're trying to make fun of the fact that people paint everything with one brush. Oh, you're a hero, so everything you do must be good because I like you. Oh, I don't like you, so everything you do must be bad. The truth is, no one is one thing. No one interesting anyway. But it's funny, when Dwayne and I were writing the play, at first we had names like hero, villain, journalist, judge as placeholders. But then the more we got into the story, we said, we thought it was funny, but B, we said, let's keep that because it makes a bigger point. And so I'm gonna give y'all the blurb, but y'all have lines, and I'm not gonna hear you, but I want you to understand when you come see the play, you have things that you got to do too. Whenever a character, this is a running gag, whenever a character says push the button, everybody has to gasp, like, right? And then the person has to say allegedly, and then everybody goes, mm-hmm. All right. So for the if you ever used to watch 227, think Sandra's character, Mary. That's the inspiration for the Mary, right? So I'm gonna give y'all the blurb, and by yourselves, y'all gonna be doing the Here we go. From the creators of the Helen Hayes nominated play From Gumbo to Mumble comes a bold, boisterous, brand new hip hop musical called Push the Button. Allegedly. Thank you. All right. So, in a town beset by the sordid shenanigans of a prank-prone villain, justice finally seems to be served when a celebrated hero accuses villain of the worst crime of all, pushing the button. Allegedly. But when the dutiful journalist starts asking the right questions, will convicting the villain prove to be the wrong answer? This playful yet poignant parody of modern morality will cause its audiences to question their very notions of right and wrong, crime and punishment, truth and narrative. But most of all, it will beg the question, who pushed the button? Allegedly. Now, so I'm going to do a song from the play. And once again, all the songs in the play are spoofs of songs you will have heard. So this is a spoof of Up by Cardi B. And once again, I'm going to need y'all help. See, when I teach spoof school, I teach my students about fossils. A fossil is, you know how you'll find the bones of this creature that couldn't possibly have lived on this part of the world, but you'll find it here. That's proof of the theory of Pangea, where originally all these continents were part of one continent, but over millions of years of continental drift and earthquakes and volcanoes and all that, we got the 7 continents we now recognize. So a fossil in spoof school is something you kept from the original song because it still works in your new context. So sometimes I'll have fossils. So a fossil from Up that I wanted to keep for sure. If you know Up, if you know Cardi B's song Up, what's the fossil? What's the thing that I should
and
keep?
it's up and it's up and it's up. That repetition.
Now, there's that. I try to go bar for bar with an artist when I write a spoof. I try to keep the rhyme scheme, their syllable count true. That way, when you hear their song, you'll think of mine, and when you hear mine, you'll think of theirs. But then when you listen, you'll see they're saying different things. Now, there's this refrain, though. There's this one line that she keeps saying in the kind of the preamble to the hook. I guess you could call it the reprise. But broke don't deserve.
I know that's right. I was about to say
Yeah,
that next.
all right. So
Yeah.
you're going to hear that.
Got you.
You're going to hear that. All right, so I haven't tested the sound yet, so I'm just it's probably ready to blast because I've been playing it in classrooms and auditoriums and stuff. And let me get my volume right. All right, I'm connected. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this beat, and I'm gonna give y'all Up. Up is the town celebrating the fact that they think the villain is about to get locked up. I always, when I perform this for kids, I always try to preface it by saying, I don't want y'all celebrating people going to jail for real. Prison is a very complicated issue. There's a school to prison pipeline, the prison industrial complex. Look these things up. Dwayne and I, the writers of Push the Button, we do workshops in DC jail, and we've seen these prisoners get free in an emotional way with their poetry. And we've learned about not judging somebody by their worst day or their worst action or their worst alleged action. But in any case, the town hasn't had these realizations yet, and that's what has to happen in the story. So let me get this volume right because I don't want it to blast us out of here. Let me see what it does. Let's test it out. Ooh.
Sounds good on this end.
All right. Yeah, my neighbors were gonna get mad at that. All right, cool. So I had to just here we go. Yeah, check it. Look, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a villain who would trouble me. Then he pushed the button, so my hero locked him up for me. Wrist bound, handcuffs, no more of your Bama stuff. Hero is a champion. Villain strike, pajama it up. Hit him with that jail time. Make a villain act right. This villain don't deserve mercy.
I know that's right.
He luck busting out the pen this time, fam. Hero hollered 0 tolerance, so you're stuck. Good luck busting out the pen this time, fam. Do the crime, do the time. Now you're locked up. Lock 'em up, 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 lock 'em up. Lock him up with 40 locks. That way you'll make sure he not escaping. No probation, get parole. No, he's surely not. Sell him up the river. Celebrate he in the cell block. Selfie on my cellular. Smiling outside your cell. Op. He was always popping slick. Hero put a stop to it. Locked him up and dropped the key into a bottomless pit. Villains out here playing. Gotta make them understand. If you push the button, man, then it's cuffs on your hands. Wrist bound, handcuffs. No more of your Bama stuff. Hero is a champion. Villain strike, pajama it up. Hit him with that jail time. Make a villain act right. This villain don't deserve mercy.
I know that's right.
Good luck busting out the pen this time, fam. Hero hollered 0 tolerance, so you're stuck. Good luck busting out the pen this time, fam. Do the crime, do the time. Now you're locked up. Lock 'em up, 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 lock 'em up. Villain ain't messing with me now, and I can see why. He ain't getting out of jail till the day he died. Villain wanted smoke, hero brought it to his doorstep. Anybody else wanna push the button, you're next. Put him in a cell, he will never be the same. Used to steal jewelry, now all he wear be chains. If you push a button, hero makes you feel the pain. If that villain had a twin, I would lock him up again. Wrist bound, handcuffs, no more of your Bama stuff. Hero is a champion. Villain strike, pajama it up. Hit him with that jail time. Make a villain act right. This villain don't deserve no mercy.
I know that's right.
Good luck busting out the pen this time, fam. Hero hollered 0 tolerance, so you're stuck. Good luck busting out the pen this time, fam. Do the crime, do the time. Now you locked up. Lock 'em up, 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 lock 'em up. Lock 'em in the safe. No way to escape. Stanky smelly much. That song appears in Push the Button. All right. It's a spoof of Cardi B's Up. And like the rest of the songs in the play, it helps push the story forward and gives character motivation. So the songs aren't just for entertainment, they are actually pushing the story forward. So my hope is that Cardi B hears that one day and is like, yeah, and maybe we'll get like we'll get Cardi to show up in the Broadway version of the play. But
that's what's up.
You gotta see an auditorium full of kids saying lock them up, lock them up. All right.
Up.
You gotta see it. It's something like that. Or being in the audience at Keegan Theater and feeling the energy when they're doing that song or any of the songs. But yeah, there's something to it. I think that might be my thing from now on. Like make musicals and all the songs are spoofs. Maybe there's somebody already doing that, but I ain't heard of them. And I can always do it better.
Right. Hey, there goes Drew Anderson, the host with the most, with that contagious energy. Friends, that is our show for today. Thank you very much for joining me. The first time I've showed some clips from my new show called Eat. Make sure you go to my Patreon page and support that. You can see the entire interview on my Patreon page. Friends, I'm going to end today like I'll always end the day, and that is with the Black National Anthem by J. Rosamond Johnson and James Weldon Johnson. Here we go. friends. Thank you for joining me for the morning announcements. There are 3 things I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. At the count of 3, everybody say peace. Throw up the deuces. I will see you soon. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Hold it now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.